Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back, guys, to episode 17 of our podcast, Deen Thoughts, with your two favorite hosts, Mira and Adam. And today's topic is quite an important one for the next coming 10 nights of Ramadan, which is Laylatul Qadr. We all have heard it before, right? And if not, then, well, nice that you're listening to this because now you learn about it and inshallah learn about the benefits and why it is so important in our deen, in our faith. So first off, let's just explain a brief explanation. What is Laylatul Qadr? Laylatul Qadr is in the last 10 nights of Ramadan on only the odd nights. And there is a surah in the Quran called Al-Qadr, which is just explaining what Laylatul Qadr is. So let's go ahead and read it. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا أنزلناه في ليلة القدر وما أدراك ما ليلة القدر ليلة القدر خير من 1000 شهر تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها بإذن ربهم من كل أمر سلام هي حتى مطلع الفجر. So the translations are, we have sent the Quran down in the night of Qadr, and what may let you know what the night of Qadr is. The night of Qadr is much better than 1,000 months. The angels and the Spirit descend in it with the leave of your Lord, along with every command. Peace it is till the debut of dawn. So we get a quick glimpse of what Laylatul Qadr is. Laylatul Qadr, saying it is better than 1,000 months. If you calculate that, that's around 83 years.
It's better, not equivalent.
Right.
A lot of people say equivalent. It's
better than 83
so
years.
Even more.
So you make one worship, one salah, it's like you were praying for 83 years, subhanAllah. So that's why it's such an important night, and it shows Allah's grace and mercy towards us as like human beings, because He's given us this night, right?
Because we live shorter than
definitely.
All of the other groups of people, like the prophets. They used to live longer than us and their people. So this is kind of a way for us to catch up. It was kind of so we can have a lot of deeds as well, just like them as well. Inshallah.
Definitely. Remember when we read this, we told you guys the story of the time of Musa or Noah.
I think
where the girl, the mom said her son died very young and he was 200 years old.
Yeah, 300 or something.
200 years. So obviously they used to live a lot longer. But now we live a lot shorter. Mm-hmm. So mashallah, subhanAllah, Allah gives us this night so that we can catch up. We can have all this.
It's a real life example of barakah. You know, barakah is when you get a lot from something little. Definitely. From one night, you're getting more than 83 years. That's literally an example of barakah.
So it's important. Make sure it's on an odd night on the last 10 nights of Ramadan. So make sure tonight we're posting this. It'll be the 21st night. So it could be today. And some signs for us to kind of that the Rasulullah told us about. To pinpoint that night might be Laylatul Qadr is, one of the signs is the sun will be rayless the next day, meaning it won't be very red?
Yeah, it'll look red. It's just, you know how the sun, when it comes out yellow, you can see the rays?
Right.
It's very bright. It won't be bright.
It won't be as bright because of all the angels who came down.
They say that there's the angels that come down during that night, and Adam read it in the translation, that تتنزل الملائكة والروح. Malaika is all the angels, and Ruh is specifically Jibreel. So Jibreel does come down, inshallah, on this night. And this was, Adam was saying, the night that the Quran was revealed. There's two opinions. Either the night that the Quran was revealed to the Prophet, or the opinion that the Quran was revealed from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to Al-Lawh al-Mahfuz, to Al-Bayt al-Ma'mur, which is basically the tablet of decree for this world. And then it was brought down to the Prophet. So both opinions, when you really think about them, are the same. They're correct, inshallah. But
they're both very amazing opinions. Something that's really spiritually
enlightening.
Cool.
Yeah.
And
they say there's more angels on this night than the amount of pebbles in the earth, both big and small pebbles. So that's a lot when you really think about it. Yeah, it's more than the stars in the galaxy and the pebbles in the earth.
Yeah, subhanAllah.
That's a lot.
So what does that mean? It's important that we look out for this night. Let's go through the signs. We saw two more signs. Sorry. So one more sign is. The Rasulullah says sometimes on that night it will rain. So if it's raining that night, you go
It might be a
crazy,
sign,
go crazy, you know, with ibadah.
And we know your dua, we talked about this before, your dua is mustajab
Inshallah.
when it's raining, inshallah, as well. So it's like
So
even better.
double, right? And then the third sign, I forgot the third sign.
The third sign is that night won't be too hot or cold.
Oh, that's
like
what
it'll
it is.
just be like cool.
The medium temperature.
Yeah,
Let's
and
look
it's
at
like
the
a
temperature.
little bit
Hold on.
foggy. But what Adam was saying is really important. Like it's
Guys,
during.
it's pretty not hot or cold tonight. That's all I'm
I think
gonna
every
say.
night. No, look at Tuesday night.
Tuesday. No, Tuesday night's cold. It's like
Oh, I don't
38
know.
degrees.
What was I gonna say? Like Adam was saying, it is during the odd nights. Because that's what the Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he told us. So there's 5 different possibilities for Laylat al-Qadr, and when you look at it, Adam, how many ayahs is Surah al-Qadr?
5.
Exactly, subhanallah. So 5 ayahs of Laylat al-Qadr, 5 possibilities. But the scholars always mention to be careful, because if we fasted wrong for some reason, our odd nights are even nights and our even nights are odd nights. So just because we know it's during the odd nights doesn't mean on the 21st night you go crazy and then the 22nd night you're not doing anything. No, you space it out more. So that maybe you're doing a little bit more on the odd nights than the even nights, but that doesn't mean you should just neglect the even nights. Push yourself, because we know it's during these last 10 nights. It has to be. That's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he told us. But if, for example, someone promised you $1 million, but he told you, you have to come to my house every single day for 10 days, and I will decide which day to give you this $1 million. You would go every single day. Same concept. We don't know exactly when Laylat al-Qadr is, and that is out of the wisdom that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't specifically tell us what day. We know it's during the last odd nights, and there's narrations, so we're going to talk about it. There's narrations that say the 21st, there's narrations that say the 23rd and the 27th. Those are the most important ones that people really focus on, especially the 27th. But what was I saying? I literally lost my train of thought.
The last 10 nights, it could be even out.
Yeah, so you gotta push yourself through those last 10 nights especially, and maybe on the odd nights, even maybe the 27th night, you push yourself even more, but it doesn't mean to neglect the other days.
This year, for the most part, people
we
are saying
fasted
we
right,
fasted
inshallah,
correct,
yeah.
inshallah, but just in case, you don't know, some people actually overseas, they fasted different days. I forget which country.
I don't remember, we were talking about it last time.
Yeah.
But honestly, when you think about it also, it's a barakah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and it's out of His mercy that He chose to make Laylat al-Qadr during the last 10 nights of Ramadan. He could have done it any other night during the year, where we're not in a state of ibadah, we're not, hyped up for Ramadan.
Yeah,
but He
because we already
specifically
had
chose
those 20 days to get ready.
to prepare ourselves.
Right.
Subhanallah.
So,
what's the surah that comes before Laylat al-Qadr?
Al-Alaq.
Al-Alaq. What about the one that comes after?
Al-Bayyina.
Wait, what about the one that comes before? Is it Al-Kawthar?
No, Deen.
No. Someone was explaining that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the way that He revealed them, He revealed in A'taynak al-Kawthar, and then right after He revealed Al-Qadr, Surah Laylat al-Qadr, and they were saying that in the surah in A'taynak al-Kawthar is a glad tidings to the Prophet. It's like a gift to him that he will have this Kawthar, which is the river in paradise, because people were making fun of him. And so the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he wanted a gift for his ummah, and subhanAllah, that's when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed Surah al-Qadr to be a gift for us, because it truly is that we get this blessed night. So Adam, how do we observe Laylat al-Qadr? What do we have to do? Does that mean we have to, stay in salah the whole night? We can't do anything else?
No, so Laylat al-Qadr, guys, there's a couple things that we could do. We could do any kind of ibadah. Doesn't mean salah or anything. Obviously, go to Taraweeh. We should be doing extra from what we're already doing.
Mm-hmm.
If we're going to Taraweeh and doing Qiyam, we should be doing more than going to Taraweeh and doing Qiyam. I highly recommend, if you're not going to Taraweeh, go to Taraweeh, inshallah. If you're going to Taraweeh, do more. Read Quran, make tasbih, make dhikr, anything. Especially dua. Especially an hour before Fajr. Mm-hmm. If you guys can, try to wake up an hour before Fajr. Get 2 or 4 rak'ah in. Make some dua. And the reason being, Allah comes down in a way that befits His Majesty in this 1/3 or the last 1/3 of the night, which is around an hour before Fajr.
No, I think right now it's at 2:30, 2:40, around that time.
Okay, all right. So, and that
3
way,
hours before
and
Fajr.
Allah says, what does what are my slaves wanting, or what are they asking for? And then
so
inshallah yustajab, so I may give it to them. So it's important that inshallah we could do these in the odd nights, inshallah. Even in the even nights, try to push yourself. Even if you have school, just wake up for 30 minutes, make dua, go back to sleep, inshallah. it's worth it. Even imagine you just do 2 rak'ah, it's like you were praying for 83 years. You read 1 page, it's like you were reading for 83 years. And that is, by the way, we are not including the Ramadan extra special times 70, right?
Special edition.
Special edition. So like this is like crazy. Like it's
what's a simple 2 rak'ah? You were talking about 2 rak'ah. What's a simple 2 rak'ah that we know of?
So 2 rak'ah is Qiyam Layl.
No. What's the one that we know? There's a hadith that you can get Jannah from praying it. Do you remember?
No, I don't know.
So there's the hadith where the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was talking to Bilal. No, you remember, but maybe it's like if I tell you. Where Bilal, he saw the footsteps of Bilal in Jannah, so he asked him.
Oh, Sanat al-Wudu?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like so if you make wudu perfectly, and then after you.
Yeah, but that's like any time. You do that.
Yeah, I know, but we're saying like imagine if you do that with qiyam. Like, and it's Laylat Qadr.
Yeah, you could do double intention, by the way.
You can do triple and quadruple intention.
Yeah, but it's better, like, if you have the time, it's better for you to do separate salat. But if you want to, you could do, like, my intention is for qiyam, for the sunnat al-wudu, for
istighfar, for rak'atain li wajhillah, for rak'atain just like out of thankfulness to Allah. But we're saying, so it's like if you perfect your wudu and then you study 2 rak'ahs, there's a hadith that says, inshallah, you will be guaranteed paradise.
Because of what Bilal happened.
Yeah. Okay, also for women, like for some sisters out there that are on their periods, this does not mean that you cannot observe Laylat Qadr. So the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he mentioned 3 hadiths pertaining to the month of Ramadan. One of them is Man qama Laylatul Qadr imanan wa ihtisaban ghufira lahu ma taqaddama min dhanbihi. So whoever does qiyam during the night of Laylatul Qadr, they will, with iman in Allah, so believing in Allah and like anticipating to obtain His reward, you will be forgiven for all of your previous sins. So we can essentially leave this month of Ramadan completely wiped off from anything that we might have done from before. Which is what we're supposed to have done from the hadith. Exactly. So just because you can't salli doesn't mean you can't make dhikr, doesn't mean you can't read Quran, anything. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala actually, He told you not to salli. So when you're doing what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told you to do, you are actually obeying Him. And if you used to do things, like for example, if you used to go to Taraweeh, if you used to masalan do qiyam, or you had the intention to do so, inshallah you will still get the reward because you didn't choose not to do them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told you not to do it. So inshallah you'll still get rewarded for everything. So essentially you can leave the Laylatul Qadr with even more reward than those who are not on their period, for example, because you can do more with already having guaranteed that reward from what you used to do from before, inshallah. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the surah, here لَمَطْلَعِ الْفَجْرِ, so it starts right after Maghrib, right when Maghrib starts, up until Fajr time. And so one of the wisdoms why we don't know Laylatul Qadr, the day of it specifically, is so that we push ourselves during these like last 10 nights and we don't just get lazy during one of them. Also, there was a hadith where the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala actually revealed to him what day it was, like what night in specific. And he was coming out to tell his companions what day it was, and he came across 2 people that were arguing. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made him forget the day. And he told them that, like, see, you guys were arguing, and there were 2 Muslims, and that's what caused me to forget what day it was. So what do we get from that? Laylatul Qadr starts at Maghrib time. So don't waste even a minute or a second of your Laylatul Qadr, maybe backbiting. Watch your tongue. Keep your tongue moist with dhikr. And let me actually jump off that point. One thing that I recommend, guys, turn off your phones. Put it in do not disturb, whatever, airplane mode. The phone is like the biggest distraction. We should all try to, inshallah, like put it away. Bring your Qur'ans out, make dhikr the whole time, make tasbih. Like Mira was saying, keep your tongue moist in dhikr. Don't talk about people. Even just like a simple small argument like that, don't engage. Even if someone bothers you, don't engage. So it's really important, like even just turning off your phone, that could save you from so many distractions of like hours on end, just you being on your phone when you could be making a ibadat to Rabbil Alameen. I wonder if just how our hasanat are multiplied, if our sayyi'at are multiplied. I don't think so, but I wonder if it's like also as if you did this. I don't think so. But there's a dua also that the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he told us to make during Laylatul Qadr. You know it? No, I don't. Allahumma annaka afuun tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anni. Aisha asked him, radiyallahu anha, and this is what he told her. Or there's another narration that says, Allahumma annaka afuun kareemun tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anni. So both of these, inshallah, you can do them. There's authentic narrations for both. But keeping your tongue moist with dhikr, and even Adam was saying, like for anyone who has to go to school, you have to sleep. one of the companions, he used to say that he used to seek reward in his sleep the same way that he used to seek reward in his qiyam, in his salah. Because when you set the intention for anything, you can get rewarded for it. And that, especially right now,
We've talked about this so many times. Intention, guys.
Like, think of everything that you do. Even if you're showering, you have to set the intention that you're going to get rewarded for it. Even if you're sleeping, every single thing. Do not waste, 7 or 8 hours between Maghrib and Fajr. That is Laylat Qadr. If you miss that, you miss Laylat Qadr. So just go on steroids. Like, this is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to push yourself and purify your intentions. So every single thing that you're doing is a form of ibadah. You're not even wasting a split second of this time, even if you're sleeping.
Yeah, definitely.
So let me see if there's anything else. Another thing that we were saying, so the hadith says man qama Ramadan or man qama Laylatul Qadr. So qama,
no, it's Ramadan.
There's 3. So man qama Laylatul Qadr, man qama Ramadan, and man man sama Ramadan. So there's 3 different ones. Each one's like a safety net for the other one. But qama doesn't necessarily mean salah, just means doing any sort of ibadah after Isha. So after Isha time, that's considered qiyam time. So anything like we said, Quran, dua, anything. And if you want to at least make sure that you secured Laylatul Qadr, they say as long as you just at least prayed Isha in Jama'ah, then inshallah you would have observed Laylatul Qadr, because that's when qiyam time starts.
So inshallah, try to go to the masjid, pray Isha and Taraweeh. What's holding you back?
What's the reward
if you pray Isha and Taraweeh? It's like you're praying the whole night anyways. So even if you're going to sleep, it's like you're doing qiyam the whole night.
But that has to be in the masjid behind the
it has to be, actually...
Is it just in Jama'ah?
It could be just in Jama'ah. I believe. Yeah. But there's like difference in opinion. It's better to go to the masjid.
Okay.
Like,
there's
don't
also
risk
extra.
it. Don't risk it.
You get the reward of the Jama'ah in the masjid, which is 27 times more. Plus, it's 83 years. So imagine, like, how much
27
reward?
times 70. Let's try to do this.
27 times 83.
Times 70 because of Ramadan.
Oh, yeah. And then times 83. I don't know if... So that's like
156,000 years.
if we're just praying like salah in the masjid. That's
ridiculous. It's not really like...
Just do 27 times
like Allahu Alam, he could even reward you more than that.
Yeah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can multiply all of our deeds. So like we said, please.
2,200.
Your intentions, you are rewarded for your intention. Just literally set your intentions, even if you think you're not going to be able to do it, because you'll still get rewarded. And like anjad, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives you so much barakah. And the most important thing, like we were saying, is dua. Making dua this night, because in the surah Adam says, what is it, that تتنزل الملائكة والروح فيها بإذن ربهم من كل أمر. So all matters are decreed during this night. So they say even to the point whoever is going to go to Hajj this year, I think even whoever is going to die this year is going to be set down. The decree of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to be sent down from Al-Lawh al-Mahfuz to Al-Bayt al-Ma'mur. Like his decree is going to be sent down to this world and it's going to be implemented. So you don't want your decree for the next year to come down while you're in a state of sin, while you're in a state of doing something that's disobedient to Allah. So literally everything you can think of, and imagine you're making dua for stuff that you want. Like this is the prime time to make dua.
Anything you want. Make sure to extend your dua. Don't just make dua for yourself. Make dua for your parents, for your family, for your friends. Everyone make dua. There's even, I don't know if it's like a hadith or something, but I know if you make dua for somebody else, even if you hate that person, then inshallah Rabbil Alameen will give what you're making dua for. Inshallah they will give it, Rabbil Alameen will give it to you as well. So make good dua for anyone you know. Obviously for yourself. Check out our dua guide, right? We have all so let's just do like a review of the dua, like just right, like how are you supposed to make it? So first you want to say Alhamdulillah, then you want to Salli ala Rasulullah, so Allahumma salli wa sallim ala Nabiyyina Muhammad.
This is all in the document, by the way, so you'll see it, inshallah.
Go check it out. It's on our website.
Yeah.
And the reason I actually figured out the reason why we say Allahumma salli wa sallim ala Nabiyyina Muhammad is because when we say this, Allah sends salat to the Rasul and it doesn't come back to us. So when we enclose it like a sandwich between the two Allahumma salli wa sallim ala Nabiyyina Muhammad, it's not gonna, like, it's like as if, you know, like it's like not coming back. So inshallah it will be accepted. So,
like the reward?
No, it's a
like the dua goes one way.
It's like salat. So like, because when we salat Nabi, like the salat goes.
So it doesn't come back. Like the dua is not rejected, inshallah.
Inshallah. Yeah. Something like that. I don't know exactly how to word it. So we say Allahumma salli, right. and then you make whatever dua you want for however long you want, and then after you're done, you say Allahumma salli wa sallim ala Muhammad again, and then you're done. And
we also have some names from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the dock with their meanings, because we also know, like,
I forgot to say, you have to say, you have to praise Allah by His one of like 99 names. It's better to say more and more names.
Yeah, like
obviously.
Oh Ya Allah, Ya Kareem, Ya Dhal Jalali wal Ikram. And we know there's a dua. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he tells us there's a name of Allah that if he's called by it, like, he will answer whatever you say, and it's Ya Hayyu Ya Qayyum. So because they say Ya Hayyu Ya Qayyum is one of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's names, it's one of the opinions is that it's one of the names al-A'zam, like the most important name, because it encompasses every other name of Allah, and it encompasses everything. So Al-Hayy, as in this world, and Qayyum in the hereafter. So every single thing that you could possibly think of is encompassed within this one name. So making dua, and on the dua guide we have different types of dua, like for the hereafter, for this world, for everything. And another dua that is all-encompassing that the Rasul told us to constantly make is Allahumma inni as'aluka fi dunya hasana wa fil akhirati hasana wa qina adhab an-nar. So inshallah you'll get both the good in this world and the hereafter, and you'll be freed from the punishment, which is the ultimate goal. And like we said, Allahumma innaka afuwun kareemun tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anni. Keep this all night.
Another one is Allahumma kfini an halalika an haramika, and then I forgot the rest. Do you know this? But it's good to, basically what it means is like grant me so that your halal, what's good for the deen, grant it to me so it's enough for me in this dunya, and that your haram isn't like, so that I won't have to do the haram.
And like even donations, we talked about this from before.
Important.
Even if you have like $20, you can donate that $20. Do $2 a night or $1 a night. You just need at least a minimum of $10. So even if you're giving just a little bit, inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows what you have, and He can increase that and multiply it. Especially if you're donating it to like a good cause where it's a sadaqah jariyah, inshallah. So there's
something like a masjid, for example. Like if you donate to a masjid, every time someone prays in that masjid, inshallah, you'll get reward for it.
So there's been a lot of talk about donations not getting to where they're supposed to go. So we can quickly share two. So one thing is, I'll share the link, inshallah, in the description below. There's this really amazing brother, mashallah. He is building a Quran school in Gambia, Africa. I don't know where it is. Gambia, anyways. And he's documenting everything. And inshallah, he's very trustworthy. So inshallah, I'll share the link in the description below. Also, I didn't tell Adam this, but my cousin has a beautiful organization in Lebanon. It's called Takaful. She helps over 200 families, especially during the time of inflation and everything that's going on, providing them their basic needs like food, water, education, electricity. I'll share the make a little poster with like my Venmo, inshallah. If you send them, we'll 100% gonna get there. She can help them out as well. So like that's another way for, inshallah, you know that your donations being guaranteed to be used, not taken into the pockets of other people.
And one more thing to note is, since we don't know obviously when Laylut al-Qadr is, and you want to donate on Laylut al-Qadr because it's 83 times, split up your donations between the odd days, or even just the last 10 nights. Like let's say you have $100, just donate $10 each day. That way you guarantee at least one of those nights, inshallah, you got it for 83 times.
There was one thing quickly. The Rasul ﷺ, he said that التمسوها في آخر الليلة. Like even if like sometimes pictures come out, oh look, the sun was like rayless, and you think that was Laylat al-Qadr, you keep going until the last night. And that's what makes Eid so special, because when you push yourself during these last 10 nights, you're going to be tired, you're going to be cranky, you're going to be angry. That is normal. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He tells us from His ibadah, from doing His worship, He'll give you strength. And there's even like some of the scholars say that Rasul ﷺ, there's no evidence or like no hadith or narrations that say anything about how he slept during the month of Ramadan. And everything about the Rasul was documented. So what does that mean? He probably didn't sleep. So during these last 10 nights, push yourself, try to disconnect yourself from the dunya, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, inshallah, will set you up abundance and perfect your year in front of you, inshallah, to have a blessed year, because whoever has Allah has everything, and whoever does not have Allah has nothing. And the fact that we're guided during this night, and we're here together, and we're listening to this, and we're able to push ourselves, that is the best reward ever, inshallah.
Inshallah. Alright guys, I think that is all for this episode. Thank you guys for listening this far. Make sure to check out the links below for like the donations and the website for our dua guide, inshallah. And thank you guys for listening. Assalamu alaikum.